Is former NYPD Commissioner, Newsmax contributor Bernard Kerik. Sir, thank you so much for coming on. Welcome back to National Report. As Sarah laid out, there's a man in his early 20s currently in police custody. No charges have been filed yet, but I just wanted to get your initial reaction to the Highland Park shooting yesterday.
Well, I think it's tragic. I think, the authorities are going to have to figure out what this kid was thinking, who his associates were. The investigation's going to be ongoing for the next several days at least. The good thing is he was taken into custody rather quickly. But the unfortunate thing is that you have a number of people shot and dead. Things like this will consistently happen. You have people with mental illness. You have people that have mental problems. Some of our concerns should be in these bigger cities. I think one of the things we didn't mention this morning is Chicago. I think you had 70 people shot, 8 people killed over the weekend. And I think these mayors in these cities have to get their police departments the resources they need to do their jobs, the training, the backing, the manpower, most importantly, the backing. Stop the reducing funding and all this other nonsense. Otherwise, this kind of violence is going to continue.
It took 8 hours, an 8-hour manhunt, for this person of interest to be taken into police custody there. Investigators, though, initially had found a firearm. It was recovered, described as a high-powered rifle. As we know, President Joe Biden, recently signing a bipartisan gun law bill, a safety bill is what they're describing it as. Illinois, we know it has some of the strictest gun laws. And then there's this morning on NBC's Today Show, the Highland Park mayor, Nancy Rotering, had said essentially that this was a legally obtained gun. But she does not know exactly where the gun came from that was used in this attack. Your thoughts on this?
Well, I think there's a couple issues. May have been legally obtained. Was it his? Did he in fact purchase it? Was it his father's, a relative's, a friend's? I think these are things that will come out during the investigation. As far as the laws go on hand, Chicago, Illinois, New York State, California, they have the toughest gun laws in the country. Bad people that don't want to do bad things, they're going to get their hands on a gun and they're going to do bad things. The bottom line is, through intelligence or mental illness monitoring, we're going to have to figure out who those people are and stop them before they do it.
Apparently, the person of interest, Robert E. Crimo, had left sort of a long trail on social media of tributes to mass shootings. He was an aspiring rapper as well, including some violent music videos on YouTube. Were these signs along the way that perhaps he would enact violence of his own?
Yeah, you know what? We see this consistently. All of these basically lunatics that do this. We see this consistently across the board, where they put this stuff on social media. They let you know in advance what they're thinking, what their mindset is. And then they have friends and colleagues and schoolmates that don't do anything about it. They don't call anybody. I was watching earlier when somebody on the show said, if you see something, say something. Bottom line is, when you see somebody like this that's acting out or leaving these messages on social media, you need to let somebody know. Especially, now with some of these school things that have happened. I think some of them, many of them, could have been prevented if other kids would have come forward, if the school would have taken action, if the local authorities would have taken action. And in some cases, the state authorities, they were aware of these people. They knew what their intent was, their mindset was, and they didn't do enough to stop them in advance.
Yeah. Now, and we know 6 people have died following this gunfire here, 30 wounded. You think of the families who are just beginning their grieving process, and all of those parade goers, quite frankly, will always associate this horrific tragedy with the 4th of July parade that they attended. It's supposed to be a time of celebration, as we know, celebrating our country and our freedom here. Unfortunately, it was not the only instance of violence that we saw. We also saw 2 police officers in Philadelphia who were shot. They were taken to the hospital. This happened around the time of the fireworks display. Thankfully, they were released this morning. But police are still searching for a suspect. They don't know exactly the reason here, if perhaps they were targeted or if they were hit by stray bullets. But what do you think about this, sir, when you look at this story from Philadelphia?
Well, you know what? Philadelphia is one of those cities, like Chicago, like New York, Atlanta, Seattle, Portland. These are cities, they're all run by Democrats. They've had this defunding issue. They have mayors that basically put a clamp on the police department. They have cities and communities where they have district attorneys that are funded by George Soros who don't want to prosecute the thugs for the violence they engage in. So this stuff emboldens the bad guys to go out there and do whatever they want because they think they can get away with it. I think that's what you're seeing in Philadelphia, in Atlanta, and some of these other places.
Yeah. It's just so sad. In the video clips that we had been showing too, you see all those people who were there to attend the fireworks and the concert there, they're running away from the violence. They don't know what's going on behind them. A very, very scary situation. Thank you so much, though, for joining us this morning, Bernard Kerik, former NYPD commissioner, Newsmax contributor. Appreciate your commentary.
Thank you.
Thank you.